Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed and the Minister of Endowments in the Arab Republic of Egypt review the bilateral relations and common interest in issues of concern to the Islamic world. Governorates winning the award for the best proposal for urban development project are announced. The Ministry of Education discusses future plans of incorporating artificial intelligence in education. And the Majan platform is launched to serve partners in travel and tourism sector in the Sultanate of Oman. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Vladimir Putin of the Russian Federation on the occasion of the Sovereignty Declaration Day. His Majesty the Sultan also sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of the Republic of the Philippines on his country's Independence Day anniversary. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Mukhtar Jum'a, Minister of Endowments in the Arab Republic of Egypt. At the beginning of the meeting, His Excellency the guest conveyed the greetings of the Egyptian leadership and their good wishes to the leadership in the Sultanate of Oman, wishing the Omani people further progress and prosperity. His Excellency also expressed the attention of the Arab Republic of Egypt towards its distinguished relations with the Sultanate of Oman in various fields. After His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed welcomed His Excellency the guest, His Highness reviewed the ways of the close relations that bind the two countries based on the close ties that bring together the two leaderships and the two peoples. During the meeting, they reviewed the bilateral cooperation relations between the two countries and the common interest in issues of concern to the Islamic world and the stability of its countries, in addition to the efforts exerted in various fields, in addition to highlighting the true image of Islam at all levels. His Excellency the Minister praised the wise and balanced policy pursued by the Sultanate of Oman and its positive role in supporting efforts of understanding and constructive dialogue between countries in supporting security and stability, stressing the importance of the talks he had with His Excellency the Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs and officials in the Sultanate and their positive impact for the existing cooperation between the two countries. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Saeed Al Ma'mari, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs, His Excellency Ambassador Khalid Mohammed Abdul Halim Radi, Ambassador of the Arab Republic of Egypt, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. A session of talks was held in Muscat between the Sultanate of Oman and the Arab Republic of Egypt regarding the promotion of aspects of joint cooperation in the fields of endowments and religious affairs. During the session, the two sides discussed benefiting from exchanging experiences and information on legislation, laws, and regulations in the field of endowments and religious affairs, coordinating efforts to show the tolerant and harmonious image of Islam, and exchanging scholars, training experiences and research issued by both sides. The Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs also gave a visual presentation on the electronic program for teaching the Holy Quran and management systems of endowments, mosques and zakat. The Omani side in the talks was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Saeed Al Ma'mari, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs, and from the Egyptian side, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Mukhtar Jum'a, Minister of Endowments in the Arab Republic of Egypt. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning announced today the 3 governorates that won the award for the best proposal for urban development project. This came during the open meeting held between His Excellency Dr. Khalfan bin Saeed Al-Shaili, the Minister of Housing and Urban Planning, and Their Highnesses and Excellencies, the Governors. More details are in the following report.
As part of the open meeting between His Excellency the Minister of Housing and Urban Planning and Their Highnesses and Excellencies the Governors, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning announced the results of the competition between the governorates in presenting their best development project. The annual competition aims to encourage governorates to come up with development projects that are in line with the outputs of the National Spatial Strategy.
There were 11 projects from different governorates that were competed for this award. And the objective mainly of this award is to promote developmental projects across all the governorates. And there was a committee that has evaluated all these projects on several criteria like economical, social, developmental, and even environmental criteria. And there were three stages that the award has gone through. The first stage was based on posters being provided and the videos, and second stage was a direct contacts with the governments, and they had a chance to present their projects to the committee, and the third one was at the ministerial committee, financial and economic ministerial committee.
Al-Radad Boulevard project in Dhofar Governorate, the Amis Bay project in Musandam Governorate, and the Rimal Park project in South Al-Batina Governorate won the award for the best proposal for an urban development project.
This will be a pillar that will assist in having an attraction in Dhofar and Salalah. As it's known to all, nature is there throughout the year. But what are the possibilities to have more components in the city itself? This project, Al-Radad Boulevard, has a mix of concepts at the same time. So we have the Botanic Garden, we have the water stream, and then we have the Innovation Center coming up, and a lot of the components, hotels, and of course shopping areas. This is an opportunity also for the SMEs. Right now, as you know, Kharif is the main attraction that we have, but we think that having such an attraction, a mixture of Salalah Eye and the opportunities that it will bring with it to really have a new sort of city center in a sense.
We have invested in an innovative scenario to open Wilayat Khasab from the Oman Sea. And this is a new scenario in Khasab that people can access sea from the Arabian Sea within a reachable area. That also will enhance the quality of the urban areas close from this place, because there will be density of movement, and then the prices of the real estate will increase. In addition to that, we are releasing a land and for investment for a hotel that have a very nice view of Khasab and Oman Sea. Secondly, also another investment area for SMEs that can, have nice views from Oman Sea and also Khasab Al-Khalidiyya. The marine side is very important. We will invest within this project also in a marina and in a marine facility that also will enable touristic vessels and some boats and also the ferries that works to utilize this facility that will enhance the time and the investment on those services from the government.
During the meeting, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning gave a presentation on Sultan Haytham City project. Besides, the meeting shed light on the housing assistance programs, the ministry's current and future plans and projects, as well as promoting decentralization in the governorates. Such innovative urban development projects will bolster the competitive advantages of governorates across the country, thus achieving sustainability that benefits thriving communities. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Salih Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
With the aim to highlight the latest developments in the field of applying the artificial intelligence, the Ministry of Education organized the activities of the Artificial Intelligence Day. The event included a number of specialized papers on AI, as well as a discussion of the National Program for Artificial Intelligence and highlighting the latest global developments in artificial intelligence and its impact on education and its reflection on student and school performance, in addition to practical training on the use of some artificial intelligence applications. AI is the main driving force behind all technologies, such as big data collection, robotics, and the Internet of Things, as it saves effort, time, and money. It is expected to play a bigger role in the coming years and to be deployed in all sectors. Her Excellency Dr. Madiha bint Ahmed al-Shaybaniya, Minister of Education, presided over the event. The Ministry of Heritage and Tourism launched at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center the partner support platform Majan. This comes within the framework of serving partners in the travel and tourism sector in the Sultanate of Oman within the Comprehensive Tourism Development Plan and the Ministry's Tourism Promotion Strategy. The contents of the platform include 5 sections: the educational section, events and workshops, section developing tourism programs, news bulletins, and promotional visual content. The tourism sector is preparing for a promising future as the volume of investments until the year 2025 amounted to 2,700 Omani or 700 million Omani riyals. The Ministry of Labor and Asyad Group signed a cooperation program to employ qualified national cadres holding university degrees and general diplomas as part of the initiative of employment in the government companies. The program seeks to promote Omanization in various sectors, employ national job seekers, and equip them with the necessary skills in various fields. The program also aims to study the job opportunities available at Asyad Group, identify the skills and experiences required to fill them, and supervise the performance of the hired cadres. Honorable Sheikh Abdullah bin Shwain Al Hosni, Chairman of Oman Human Rights Commission, met today with His Excellency Maqsood Cruz, Chairman of the National Human Rights Institute of the United Arab Emirates, and his accompanying delegation currently visiting the Sultanate of Oman. The visiting delegation was briefed on the role played by the Oman Human Rights Commission, its work mechanisms, objectives, and terms of reference, as well as its efforts locally, regionally, and internationally in the field of human rights. During the meeting, the two sides exchanged views on a set of topics that include or enhance joint work. They also discussed means of exchanging expertise to benefit from the experiences of the two institutions in a manner that serves human rights. The Environment Authority and the Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation signed an agreement related to preserving the genetic assets of endangered wild animals of economic value. It stipulates that the Environment Authority will finance the project of preserving the genetic material of wild animals located in the authority's natural reserves and breeding centers, including the Arabian gazelle, the Reem gazelle, the Arabian oryx, the Arabian leopard, the Arabian ibex, the Nubian ibex, and the wild rabbit. The latest weather maps and analysis of the National Multiple Hazards Early Warning Center indicate the development of the tropical system to Category 3 tropical cyclone in the north of the Arabian Sea. It lays centered on latitude 18.4 north and longitude 67.7 east. Wind speed around the center is estimated between 96 to 105 knots, 920 kilometers away from the coasts of the Sultanate of Oman, moving north towards Indian and Pakistani coasts with no direct impact on the Sultanate of Oman's weather. The Civil Aviation Authority warned to avoid going to the sea and practicing marine activities due to the sea waves rising to 3 to 6 meters on the coasts of the Arabian Sea during the next 3 days. Moderate waves are expected on the coasts of the Sea of Oman, ranging from 1.5 to 2.5 meters starting tomorrow. The Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion and the Oman Vision 2040 follow-up unit organized a workshop entitled Developing the Intellectual Property System in the Sultanate of Oman and Adopting the National Strategy. The workshop aims to achieve economic diversification that is in line with Oman Vision 2040, in addition to develop the intellectual property system, along with its plans that are related to the strategies of Oman Vision 2040. The Ministry of Health organized a training workshop on improving the method of documenting causes of death. Here is a report.
In the continuation to sustain all national efforts to strengthen the national health system, a two-day workshop on improving methodology of causes of death documentation. The workshop targeted physicians and medical cadres in the hospitals as well as relevant health workers. The opening of the workshop was held under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Saeed Al-Lamkian, the Secretary of Health Affairs, Minister of Health, and in the presence of WHO representative to the Sultanate of Oman. The workshop aims to build and test training program that refines and improves the skills of physicians and cadres. WHO representative of Oman, Dr. Jean Jabour, gave a speech where he stressed the importance of death data and statistics for their multiple uses in supporting the health system, monitoring public health, evaluating health interventions, planning and following up healthcare services, in addition to their wide uses in medical research. The project is the result of collaborative efforts among a number of multi-sectoral institutions to develop a sustainable electronic platform for improving quality on methodology of causes of death documentation.
Omanis are well known for their determination to challenge the unknown and create opportunities. Mahmoud Al-Fahdi is a live example on this. Let's get to know his story through this report by Ahmed Al-Busaidi.
Zdravo dobar dan, ja sam Mahmoud Al-Fahdi, živim u Bosni I Hercegovini.
Hello, my name is Mahmoud and I live in Bosnia. Those are the exact words that we just heard from Mahmoud Al-Fahdi in Bosnian. The story started with a visit to this country in 2017. This visit turned his life into an unexpected direction, where he fell in love with this country, settled here, and even opened up his own business.
At the start, I came to Bosnia with my friends in 2017 as a tourist. And all of us, we fall in love in this country. So after a few months, approximately just 2 months, I decided to come again to Sarajevo. And then in that time, I decided to open a company, to start some business here. Then I started living here.
Mahmoud aspires to enable more Omanis with a chance of living abroad, creating their own future, experiencing life with thrill and excitement, alongside of carrying their love for the Sultanate of Oman in their hearts.
Mahmoud over here is someone who builds opportunities and works on them for himself and even other people in this beautiful country that is full of opportunities and challenges. For Oman TV and from Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina, this is Ahmed bin Hilal Al-Busaidi.
Clashes and gunfire resumed today in the capital of Sudan after the latest 24-hour temporary ceasefire agreement between the Sudanese armed forces and the Rapid Support Forces expired. The greater capital area of Sudan, composed of Sudanese capital Khartoum and the neighboring cities of North Khartoum and Omdurman, is one of the most affected areas by the ongoing clashes. In the fresh clashes that started this morning, both sides used artillery and other heavy weapons. The Sudanese armed forces deployed warplanes, while the Rapid Support Forces responded with anti-aircraft guns. Sudan has been witnessing deadly armed clashes between the army and the Rapid Support Forces since April 15th, which left 863 people dead and 3,531 others injured. The damaged Nova Kakhovka Dam supplying water to the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant is now posing serious risks to the local ecological and humanitarian situation, as up to 62% of the reservoir water have been drained. The destruction also caused massive flooding in nearby areas. As of yesterday morning, more than 6,000 people, including 235 children and 81 with limited mobility, have been evacuated from the flooded areas of the Kherson region. The Kakhovka power plant was damaged because of a shelling attack on its upper part on Tuesday. Russia and Ukraine have traded accusations over the attack on the power plant. Heavy rains followed by strong winds killed at least 27 people, including 8 children, in northwest Pakistan. The storms hit 4 districts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province late yesterday. At least 12 people were buried alive after the roofs and walls of their houses collapsed. More than 140 people were injured and more than 200 livestock died, according to a spokesman for the Provincial Disaster Management Authority. Authorities have declared an emergency in all 4 districts. Meanwhile, a cyclone is making its way across the Arabian Sea towards the coastlines of Pakistan and India, expected to make landfall at the end of the week. Pakistani authorities said they would begin evacuating between 8,000 and 9,000 families from along the coastline of Sindh province, including the port city of Karachi. Japan extended its alert on ballistic missile defenses today, despite the expiration of North Korea's deadline for launching a satellite had passed. Japan put its ballistic missile defenses on alert last month and vowed to shoot down any projectile it deemed to threaten its territory after North Korea notified Japan it planned to launch a satellite between May the 31st and yesterday's midnight. North Korea last month informed the International Maritime Organization of the schedule of its planned satellite launch. North Korea launched a satellite on May 31st that ended in failure, sending the booster and payload plunging into the sea, according to North Korea state media. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main headlines once again. His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed and the Minister of Endowments in the Arab Republic of Egypt review the bilateral relations and common interest in issues of concern to the Islamic world. Governorates winning the award for the best proposal for urban development projects are announced. The Ministry of Education discusses future plans of incorporating artificial intelligence in education. And Majan platform is launched to serve partners in travel and tourism sector in the Sultanate of Oman. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.